Needs 3 or 4 for some.
All began, it just seemed like heaven, so I did it. And do you remember back in the fall, we'd be together all day long? Do you remember us holding hands in each other's eyes? We stared. Tell me, do you remember the time when we fell in love? Do you remember the time when we first met? Do you remember the time when we fell in love? Do you remember the time? Do you remember how we used to talk? You know, we'd stay on the phone at night till dawn. Do you remember all the things we said? Like I love you so, I'll never let you go. Do you remember back in the spring? Every morning birds would sing. Do you remember those special times? It just goes on and on in the back of my mind. Do you remember the time when we fell in love? Do you remember the time when we first met? Do you remember the time when we fell in love? Do you remember the time? And the sweet memories will always be with me. And boy, no matter what was said, I will never forget what we had. Now, baby, when we fell in love, do you remember the time when we first met? Do you remember the time when we fell in love? Do you remember the time? 'Cause I remember when we first met. Oh, I remember my baby. 'Cause I remember when we first met. Oh, I remember my baby. 'Cause I remember when we first met. On the phone, you and me, till dawn, 2 or 3. What about us? 'Cause I remember when we first met. In the park, on the beach, remember those times? Woo! Do you remember the times?
Check.